Let's get focused, man. We got a fight to worry about here. Good money, good money.
For every boxing story of a blockbuster that's delayed,
I love it, Tank. I love it.
there's also considerable risk built in for champions who turn to other challengers.
Dancing with the stars, baby. Dancing with the stars.
He's in thought right now, and that's what I'm looking at. So right now, I just want to see what he brings to us. We just got off a plane. You know, a lot of work yesterday from the interviews and stuff, so I want to see how he react. 2 sparring partners, and rounds is unknown. All right, y'all.
Let's go. Bang!
When they watch us in here working, they saying we going bang, 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 bang.
There you go. Good. There you go.
When he get in that ring, he's on a mission. Because he understand that he got to put his pants on, training wheels going. You got what you asked for. Let's get it now. Slow it down.
We're now just 4 weeks away from the wildest boxing spectacle of the year. Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis. And inside Tank's camp, things are looking dangerous. Real dangerous.
Oh, I love what I hear. Y'all making them sing. Make them jokers move.
As the fighter begins to oversee everything, while aiming at the destiny he alone must fulfill.
There you go. I go with that. Give it up for him, y'all.
Word from the inside says Tank is going all in. No jokes, no TikToks, no distractions. He's treating Jake like a legit world title threat, not some YouTuber chasing clicks. And here's where it gets crazy. Rumor is Tank sparring with heavyweights. Yeah, real heavyweights. Big, bruising hitters meant to test every ounce of his endurance. Because Jake Paul, he's got size, he's got pop, and he's got confidence.
His shot's upstairs here. That's still a body shot. Everything's a body shot he's thrown. Even when he's changing the levels of the shot, that's a body shot. That's a body.
Team Davis knows what's coming. Leaked footage shows Tank pushing harder than ever. No finesse drills, just raw brutality. Heavy lifts, punishing sparring, endless grind. The goal, build armor without losing lightning speed. This isn't training. This is transformation.
I see a guy that's the body, and it's the best thing that Tank could do for this fight. I mean, trying to go headshot for headshot with Jake Paul when he's probably 7 inches taller.
But it's risky. Tank's a natural 135-pounder, stepping up to a 195-pound limit under 12-ounce gloves. That's a 60-pound jump into shark-infested waters. Fans love the ambition.
So you're going to have to be able to line, and it's probably the best idea if you actually want to knock Jake out in this fight, if you actually want a game plan, because again, it's an exhibition, but if you want a game plan to get him out of there, you have to attack.
But critics say the bulk could dull his deadliest weapon, that snap. That explosion that's built his legend. Then Sean Porter drops a bomb. He says sparring Tank wasn't a learning experience. It was a confirmation. Translation. Everything you think Tank can do, he actually does. Faster than you can blink. Porter called him a muscle-packed chess player, explosive power, IQ through the roof, and competitive like it's personal. He literally said, "My heart was smiling while sparring him." And when a former world champ says that, you know you're built different.
If Tank can make it miss, get inside, work the body, head movement off center, pivot out, be slick, and do it again and again and again, that is when we could see a potential.
Porter wasn't just praising Tank's power, he talked about that IQ. Tank doesn't talk much, but inside the ring, he's downloading you like a human algorithm, studying your every move. He's a slow starter, but when he flips that switch, game over. Good luck outsmarting that, Porter said. That's like trying to play chess against the guy who invented the board.
Tank was as good as he is and could do everything that he can do. He's strong, super competitive. He loves this sport, and he has all of the recipes.
Right after Porter's confession, boxing analyst Wade Plemons jumps in with film receipts. He studies Tank's bodywork, those relentless body shots, level changes, uppercuts, and connects the dots. He sees Tank rehearsing ways to make a bigger man uncomfortable in the clinch. Pin the hands, pop the chin, counter the right hand. Then Wade calls out Jake's habit of getting off balance when loading up. If you're Jake, and you see yourself flat-footed in slow motion.
I saw all that right live in action with him, and the funny thing was, because of our size differential and because I was at the end of my camp, to me it was just, let me get in here and get these rounds in, but along the way, I was just...
That's not a glitch. That's a neon sign saying, hit me here. Tank's not just throwing pretty combos. He's targeting sequences that make a heavier puncher pay for every mistake. Clinch, overhook, uppercut, explode. Wade predicts the endings. Either Jake uses his size perfectly and controls the pace, or Tank times that counter and ends it with one perfect shot. Either way, it's chess with fist. Tactical, gritty, beautiful chaos. Then, out of nowhere, Lamont Roach Sr. enters the chat like a boss. He says, yeah, Tank's retired, and we're the reason. Bro didn't just close the book. He shredded it, set it on fire, and laced up his son's gloves with the ashes. Roach claimed Tank breached contracts. Ghosted rematches and left their camp mid-grind. But he didn't sound bitter. He sounded confident, like a man who believes his fighter's the new problem in town. Roach dropped details June, then August, then boom, Tank bailed. And they found out through Instagram. Imagine that.
One super featherweight, only lost to Nick Ball, where, there's music playing, so I can't really put it out there, but I'm not exactly sure what they're going over. Jake looks to his team. He's like, maybe I got to get my head off center line more. And then Ray puts hey, when you're here, when you're here, don't even do that.
Sparring for a legacy fight, and your opponent disappears online. Still, Roach stayed classy. No drama, no tears. Just that cold line, we retired Tank. That's either going to age like prophecy or pure regret, depending on how December plays out. Roach wasn't selling pay-per-views. He was telling truths.
Oh God. If you blinked, you might think this young man right here is Tank Davis. No, I'm playing. But Tank is, he's smaller, and this is why this fight is an exhibition and why it's a bit of a shot in the dark as to, this. But we all know it's a lot of money being involved, and XYZ. Why you...
That come tone of a man who's seen the politics, survived the chaos, and still came out smiling. He said it best, if Tank's done, cool. We'll carry the torch. No hate, no shade, just confidence with class. And now, with his son facing Pitbull Cruz, the Roach legacy is ready to rise. So here's where we stand. Tank locked in like a man possessed. Jake Paul playing the mystery game. Roach Sr. stirring the pot. Every quote, every clip, every rumor. It's all part of the war. Boxing's at its chaotic best. Egos, timing.
Tank doing him, we doing us. It's nothing for me to talk. Like, he would listen anyway. So Tank beat and dance to his own drum and music. So we not worried about him. 40-pound championship. It's rarely done, if ever, in like a 3-fight span. So we want to be one of the guys that leave us.
And truth colliding under the bright lights. Jake's trying to prove that muscle can beat mastery. Tank's out to prove that IQ and defense beat everything. And the rest? They're just adding gasoline to the fire. So I'll throw it to you. Who's got the edge here? Drop your take in the comments. Let's argue like family. And yo, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Clash for the realest fight breakdowns in the game. Until next time, stay sharp, stay savage, and stay ringside.
भला हाय करके रोना ला भैना गली विच खलो के रुनी ना आयो साडा सेरे वाला भिरा